If you are struggling to manifest what you want, I really need you to hear this today. Focusing on improving your self-concept needs to be the most important thing that you focus on when you are trying to manifest. And if you're not focusing on your self-concept, then you are literally wasting your time trying to manifest anything else. My name is Kath Kyle, and I help conscious creators and change makers manifest success through my coaching, courses, and club. So I want to share a story with you about how I manifested something to do with my self-concept that literally changed everything for me. I was really struggling with certain things in my life. I had been struggling for a couple of years and I was really into manifestation. I was so interested in it. I was reading books about it all the time, but I wasn't putting it into practice. I had some issues with manifesting. The first issue that I had was I didn't actually ever remember to manifest. I wasn't remembering to make a point of focusing on the thoughts that I was thinking through the day. So I was just letting my negative thoughts run riot. I wasn't remembering to implement any manifestation techniques into my life. I was feeling really overwhelmed with manifestation. I couldn't remember which manifestation technique to use because I'd heard so many manifestation techniques. I tried this one, then I tried that one, then I tried that one. And then when it came to the next day, I couldn't remember any of them. I couldn't remember which one to do. I was trying to manifest business success and I had some limiting beliefs when it came to my business. For example, I always really wanted a successful YouTube and I really wanted it for my new brand, Kath Kyle. And I was working really hard on my YouTube videos, but I was holding myself back. I was really worried about creating a video just like I'm doing now because I didn't believe that I could remember everything that I wanted to say. And I even, like when I made notes, like everybody thinks, well, why didn't you just make notes? I did make notes and I was still thinking to myself, well, I can't even remember my notes. I was feeling like I had to read word for word from a script where I scripted everything out because I couldn't remember what I wanted to say. So that's exactly what I was doing. But in my mind, I was thinking, well, nobody's going to want to see these videos because they're not natural and it's not the way people normally do things on YouTube. So I didn't really have much success with my videos because I had all of these limiting beliefs. And I was also thinking, well, I really want to go live. I want to go live for my customers and for my clients, but I'm really worried that somebody will ask me a question. And even though I feel like I would know the answer if I was typing the answer and I had a moment to think about it, if I was put on the spot, I would feel like I would have a mind blank and I wouldn't be able to remember what I wanted to say. I didn't want to be interviewed for similar reasons that I felt like I would forget everything that I wanted to do. So I was trying to manifest, but all of these thoughts were holding me back. And all of these thoughts, you might have guessed what my self-concept actually was. I had a self-concept of somebody who had a bad memory, and I didn't realize how much this was actually holding me back. I had been telling myself that I had a bad memory for as long as I could possibly remember. Maybe for the last 20 years of my life, I have been telling myself that I have a bad memory. And I just thought it's one of these things that I truly believed about myself. I didn't think I could change it. I just accepted it as part of my personality. This is just who I am. It's so ingrained in my self-concept. I didn't even realize it was a thing because it was just so ingrained in my belief system. And one day, I can't remember what it was that really sparked my mind into action, but I was just reading something and then I was telling somebody, well, I have a bad memory and I can't do that. And I was really getting into manifestation. And then I just suddenly stopped and everything went silent. And I suddenly realized that this self-concept of having a bad memory had been holding me back my entire adult life. And I just didn't realize how much of an impact it was having on everything. It was having such an impact on my success. And I remember reading in a book that a lot of people think that they've got a bad memory, and they actually don't. They just tell themselves that they've got a bad memory because with our hectic pace of modern life, we are just trying to remember far too many things for our brain, and our brain just has to filter out what's important, and it filters out things that maybe we don't think are important to us. But telling yourself that you've got a bad memory will definitely make it much harder for you to remember things, and it will hold you back if you keep telling yourself that. So I decided in that moment, I have a good memory. I just literally changed my self-concept. I changed the concept of who I believed I was in that very moment. And suddenly I have a good memory. I was writing it in my journal. I was saying it as affirmations and brain stamps all the way through the day. I have a good memory. Oh, it's amazing. I have such a good memory. My memory is getting better and better every day. Things like that I was saying to myself, and I just started to believe it. Within a couple of days, I started to believe it. And I was suddenly led down the path of reading more about improving your memory. And I read more about the science of things, and I realized I don't actually have a bad memory. There's nothing physical. Nobody's ever diagnosed me with any memory problems at all. So there's no reason why I should believe that I have a bad memory. So I just decided I have a good memory, and everything just completely changed. Everything snowballed after I decided to have a good memory. Suddenly, I could remember my thoughts that I wanted to think over and over again all the way through the day. I could remember to manifest all the way through the day. I could remember to say affirmations and brain stamps all the way through the day. And it had a massive impact on my business as well. I suddenly thought, well, if I have a good memory, which I now believe I do, that means I can create YouTube videos and I don't have to read from a script word for word. I can just remember what I want to remember. So I just started creating YouTube videos, and lo and behold, I could remember what I wanted to say for each bullet point that I had written down in my notes. So it had a massive transformative effect on everything. And suddenly I thought, I can go live. I can go live for my customers and do group coaching and Q&A sessions and things like that, because I now believe that I can remember what I want to say, and I believe that whatever I need to say will be brought into my memory at that time. So it had a profound impact on my life. So that is why I encourage you to look at your self-concept before you try and manifest anything at all. So why is self-concept more important than trying to manifest anything else? And the reason is because there is a hierarchy of beliefs. One belief can override a belief underneath it. So beliefs at the very top are what you believe about yourself, who you believe you are to be. And then anything underneath that will be influenced by who you believe you are. If you don't believe you are a successful person and you are trying to manifest a bigger audience, it's never going to happen. If you believe that you will always be struggling for money, that you are always poor, and you are trying to manifest money, it's never going to happen. And that's why self-concept is more important than anything else in your life. And a common query that I get when I tell people that self-concept, what you believe about yourself, is more important than anything or anyone else in your life. And people say to me, but what about my family? My family are more important to me than anyone else. And what I say to people is that, yes, a lot of people think that their family, or believe that their family, is more important than they are, but there is a danger in that, because you need to be the type of person who has a loving family, who cares about your family. So say, for example, we think about somebody who's got kids. I've got kids. And who is the type of person to look after and care for kids? A good mother, a caring mother, a loving mother. There's plenty of mothers out there who don't look after their kids, who don't care for their kids, who don't treat their kids very well. So the person that you believe that you are is most important. If you believe that your family are priority in your life, making your self-concept needs to be higher than that, because otherwise you're not going to be that good mother, the caring father, the caring parent, if you don't first of all believe that you are a caring parent. When I had debilitating health problems that lasted for a very long time, I physically couldn't look after my kids. My husband had to look after my kids. I believed that I was a sick person, that I was an invalid, that I couldn't cope with everything. I believed I had no energy. So what I believed about myself filtered down into what I could do, what I could physically do. And it turned out I couldn't be the kind of person who could look after my kids because my overriding belief was I was a sick person, too sick to do anything. So if you do care about people in your life, I highly encourage you to see yourself as an energetic person, a healthy person who is able to care for them and look after them, because health is everything. If you don't have your health, you can't do anything. So don't go around talking about yourself as a sick person, as a poor person, as a broke person, because how can you care for other people when you are in that state, when you are limiting yourself at the top of the hierarchy of beliefs? I would like to give you some examples of some brain stamps for self-concept. So here are some great general examples you can use. I am really good at manifesting everything I want. I'm always able to get everything I want. If you don't believe that you can manifest everything you want, then what's the point in trying to manifest things? Because who you believe you are, if you believe that you are a good manifester, then everything is going to manifest. If you believe that you are a bad manifester or you're not good at manifesting, nothing works for you as a person, what's the point sitting there trying to do a manifestation technique to attract money into your life? It's not going to happen. You need to believe I am a good manifester before you start manifesting. Another thing is everything is always working in my favor. Everything always happens for my good. If you are struggling and thinking that you're just having a round of bad luck, you need to go back to your self-concept and believe that everything is working out for your good. What about money? There's no point in trying to manifest sales if you believe that money isn't flowing into your life, that you never have enough money. So why not believe that money is always flowing into my life? I am a very rich and wealthy person. Those are great self-concepts for money. How about you don't believe that anyone is going to be interested in what you have to say? When you're in your business, you are putting out your videos, you're writing your blog post, you're recording your podcast, you're typing out your social media posts. If you believe that people are just generally not interested in you, there is absolutely no point in you taking that action and creating that content, because you're going to get what you believe you are going to get. So why not start out by saying, people are always interested in everything I say. I always get people who are hanging on my every word. Everybody's always interested in everything I have to say. People find me very interesting. People love to hear my thoughts on all of these different topics. People just can't get enough of my teaching. That kind of thing. The self-concept needs to be there. What about memory? Do you struggle with memory? Have you ever said that you've got a bad memory? I always remember everything that's important to me. My memory always serves me well. My thoughts always come at the right time. The right thoughts come at the right time. I always trust that the thoughts will pop into my head when needed. I have an amazing memory. I have a fantastic memory. My memory is improving all the time. What about time? Are you struggling for time? Are you the kind of person who's always in a rush and never has time for anything? Do you make excuses about time and say things like, I would focus more on my business, but I just don't have the time right now. I just don't have enough time. I'm just so busy. That is a self-concept. You can manipulate time. Time is just a human construct. You can speed up time, you can slow down time with your belief systems. So I always have enough time for everything that matters to me. I always have enough time for my business. I always have enough time for my family. I always have enough time for a balanced life. Time is always on my side. What about health and energy? Are you feeling tired? You just don't have the energy to work on your business. I always have enough energy and I always have perfect health. My health is always perfect. I am always in good health. I always feel well. I always feel well. My energy is sky high. My energy is always through the roof. I'm a very energetic person. I always have so much energy and passion for everything that matters to me. What about love? I am always surrounded by people who love me. There's no point trying to manifest a relationship with somebody specific if you believe that you are unlovable. So I'm always surrounded by people who love me. People are always showing me love. I'm always surrounded by love. I am an extremely successful business owner. There's no point in manifesting business success if you don't believe you are a successful business owner. I am an extremely successful business owner. I am always having and seeing more and more success in my business. How about the skills that you need to create content? I am so good at public speaking. I am such a good public speaker. My voice is so clear. I am so encouraging. I am amazing at public speaking. I'm so good at creating videos. I am such an engaging writer. People love to read everything that I write. I am a very, very compelling writer. So I have also created a meditation which involves affirmations and brain stamps. And these are guided affirmations and brain stamps just for self-concept. So if you like this video, you will definitely like that one. I am going to be putting out that about a week after this video. So by the time you watch this, then that one will probably be ready. So I will link them both together. So go and check that out because there will be some amazing self-concept affirmations in there for every single circumstance that you find yourself in life. And if you want to know how to manifest something specific, the technique that I love is to create a reverse memory, which means to create a memory of it already happening in your mind before it's actually happened. And I have a very detailed video about that walks you through an example of manifesting $20,000 every single month, creating a reverse memory on that. So I will link that video underneath. I'll show that video at the end of this video, and I also have a guide that you can download. If you love to read, then you can download that guide on creating a reverse memory and check that out there. So I will link to that underneath and you can go and grab my free guide as well. And if you are interested in manifesting business success, I would love to invite you to join my Business Manifestation Club, where entrepreneurs are congregating together to manifest their business success together. And it's so exciting to have everybody working on this at the same time and focusing on business success together. And we are taking challenges every single month to really dive deeper into a lot of the concepts that I am sharing. And you can actually join for free. So if you want a taster to see if it's right for you, then you can get a 7-day free trial to come and check that out. And I have so many free bonuses and free gifts as part of my club as well. There is a link to that underneath this content, and I would love it if you liked this video to click like and leave a comment below letting me know, have you ever manifested anything to do with self-concept? What self-concept do you currently have, and what self-concept do you want to have? What are you going to be working on now that I've shared how important self-concept actually is? So I would encourage you to leave that comment below, and I read every comment. And now it's your turn to go and put your stamp on the world.